Welcome to The Warp. I'm Jack Rita, and I've been going through the catalog of Fantasy Flight aliens and deciding for myself what do I think the best alien that starts with each letter of the alphabet is. And right now we are on letter V, and there are a couple of V aliens. There's Vector, and there's Void, and Visionary. But when I thought about it, I decided that the one alien that I think is probably the best is the one that is consistently pointed to as potentially being overpowered, and how on earth can you possibly ever beat this alien? And of course, there are ways to do it, but I think that lends to it probably being the best alien that starts with the letter V, and that, of course, is Virus. Virus with the famously, is this actually the zombie art controversy? In my TTS version, I did switch them around, so Virus is using zombies art and vice versa. But this is a classic alien. It's been around for many decades, and it's a very strong alien. Let's take a look at what Virus does and why I think it's the best V alien. So, power to multiply. As a main player, after you reveal an attack card in an encounter, you use this power to multiply the number of ships you have in the encounter times the value of your card instead of adding. And your ally ships add normally. So, yeah, if you've got an attack 10, most of the time you bring 4 ships and you play an attack 10. That's 14. 14 is not a particularly high number. It's decent, but the other side plays an attack 18, and that's probably going to be it. That's not even counting however many ships are on their side. So, as opposed to you play that attack 10 with 4 ships, and now you have a 40. And that's beating almost every other attack card just right there. So, that is pretty impressive. And 10's not even a super high number. It's a little bit higher than the median numbers. And even, an attack 8, which is the most common attack number, and 8 times 4 is a pretty good margin for victory there. So, yeah, the Virus is going to be very strong, especially early in the game. You're attacking Virus at home, and the first couple of encounters, you're probably facing 4 ships. It's going to be hard. And I would say that as Virus, you're going to want to try to win. You're one of those aliens that the other players in the game are going to want to see. Well, can we get rid of their alien power? Can we get rid of 3 or more of their home planets? Now, later in the game, Virus can be spread a little thin. They may have some ships in the warp. They're going to have some foreign colonies, and they're going to want to probably have at least 2 ships on those foreign colonies. Anytime you leave 1 ship on a foreign colony, you're asking for trouble. There are increasingly more effects that let somebody target a single ship, but they're not always going to show up, so maybe you do risk it. You're going to want to go 4 on the offense in every case, absolutely. And when you show up with 4 ships in the hyperspace gate as the offense, you can probably attract a lot of allies if you want. Again, the more players that are allied with you, the fewer players that will be allied against you. But even if you do go it alone, not everybody is keen to face the Virus, even when they have all 6 of us or all 7 of us are on one side, but you're the Virus, and you've got the 4 ships in there, and let's say you do have the 30. Then there's not enough reinforcements in the game to make up the difference there. And now the Virus is a pretty strong magnet for Cosmic Zap, so you're going to want to play your cards very intelligently and carefully. Just because you're coming at them with 4 ships and you say, I've got a 10, you get Cosmic Zapped after the card is revealed. So you might be in trouble at that point if you're facing any kind of defense there. Even still, I think, though, that overall, Virus is a very strong contender and is going to be on the winning side more often than not. So over the years, we've looked at the statistics for Virus. CE Online was tracking it. A lot of other players have been keeping score. How often does Virus win? It's not absurdly high. And so that's what's kind of interesting, is that it's not like, it's winning 80, 90% of the time. But probably about 60, 65% of the time, Virus is going to be one of the winners of that game. Like I said, they can attract allies very easily. And so somebody who's not super bold and like, I'm going to win this on my own, Virus is going to probably end up being on the winning side by the time that game ends. So that's why I think Virus is the best V alien. It's a really strong ability. So while it's very simple to understand, the red alert is for, it's mostly for the other players. They need to have a good sense of how do they take down Virus. And that's usually later in the game, teaming up, using cosmic zaps, and trying to target those home planets when you can, or at least force Virus to use their good cards as well on the defense, so that maybe you have a fighting chance of defeating them when they're on the offense. And there's always the luck of the draw. Virus gets a lot of negotiates. Maybe they say, all right, let's, we don't have to fight here. Let's make a deal. And maybe they can take advantage of that, and rather than having to lose however many ships as a main player. So those are my thoughts on Virus, why I think it's the best. I don't know that a lot of people are going to argue with me on that one, but by all means, let me know in the comments if you think there's a better V alien than Virus to contend for the best V alien in Cosmic Encounter. That's it for this video, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.